Welcome to the Psychology World podcast. I'm Connor Whiteley, bringing you psychology news, articles, and other interesting psychology-related articles. Where I can find the podcast notes and more interesting psychology-related things, and you can get your free 8 psychology book box set at connorwhiteley.net. Now let's get on to the show. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 35 of the Psychology World podcast with me, Connor Whiteley. And today is the last of the little in-between episodes for a while. And today we're going to be looking at 5 myths about apologies. So this is an article that I thought was quite interesting, and you can see the original one at connorwhiteley.net/blog, and you just find today's episode. So we're going to be talking about the myths of apologies. So the first one is that apologising is a weakness. It is not a weakness. To be honest, I don't know why people think that it is a weakness to apologise, because if anything, and we'll talk about and we'll show you some different ways about why it's not a weakness and all the different benefits of apologising in later points. But it's important to realise that it's not a weakness, and never be scared to apologise. And to be honest, sometimes apologies can actually show strength and even courage, because if you have to apologise to someone who you hate, you don't get on with, just think about how much better that makes you look compared to them. So that's something to think about. So number 2, only have to say I'm sorry. This is a complete myth, because have you ever had a really bad falling out with someone and they've done something horrific to you, and to be honest, I'm not actually over exaggerating, to be honest, and the whole point is that just saying I'm sorry does not necessarily fix it. So if you're going to apologise, definitely say I'm sorry, but explain it and actually this is important, try and make it better. Because let's say you've stolen money from someone, or let's use a slightly extreme example, let's say that you stole someone's car. Just saying, oh, I'm sorry, I stole your car and I crashed it. How would that make someone feel better? And yes, this is a very extreme and very weird example. And in case any of you are thinking, no, I've not done this, and no, this has not happened to me, but it's just that in that case, and in all cases, you would need to try and make it better. For example, I don't know, give them some money towards a new car, or seriously try and make up for it. So number 3 is responsibility. And to be honest, this one's more act towards organisations, companies and everything, but I still think that this is important to note. So responsibility, because companies feel that if they apologise to customers, then they're going to get sued. But this isn't necessarily true. I can definitely see why, because they are admitting they are at fault. But a medical organisation in the US, they found that when they apologised, it actually makes the lawsuit less likely. And as you know, or if you're new to this podcast, welcome as always, and listeners who've been with me for quite a while, thank you so much. Hell, thank you all of you. Anyway then, I'm a human branding consultant and speaker for authors and small businesses, and apologising is a massive part of human branding, because to be honest, when you apologise to someone, you show that you're human, and also when you make mistakes, when you owe them and not try to hide them, it makes you look human, and people are more likely to know you, like you, and trust you. So that's very important to think about. So number 4, the purpose is forgiveness. I definitely understood this, because until I read this article, I did not understand this, and I thought the exact same. So the whole point of an apology is not to forgive someone, or not to have someone forgive you. The whole point of it actually is to have a conversation, which I think is actually quite brilliant to have, because you need to be able to talk to someone. You need to be able to sort out your differences, and if it takes an apology to sort that out, because when you apologise to someone, they tend to calm down, they tend to listen to you more. So it's a great time to have a conversation, sort out your differences, and make sure that this never happens again. So the 5th and final one, guilt is pointless. This isn't necessarily true, as sometimes there is such thing as good guilt. So good guilt is when you feel guilty, but you use it in a productive way, and to be honest, you make sure that something good comes out of it. For example, let's use my extreme example again. Let's say if you stole a car from someone and you felt guilty, so you went and buy them a new car, or you did something amazing for them, then that's good guilt because something good came out of it. You either been giving them money or you're helping them after you did that atrocious act. So the whole point to take away from this episode is reevaluate how you do apologies, and to be honest, and just try and make sure that some good comes out of your guilt. I think that's all you can really take away from today's episode. Anyway, so just as a very quick note, today's episode has been sponsored by my social cultural psychology book. So if you want to learn about how social psychology, our social processes, and how our culture can impact our behaviour, then please check out Social Cultural Psychology 2nd edition, available on all major ebook platforms, and it's available in large print and paperback on Amazon. So have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see the show notes, then please go to connorwhiteley.net. And if you want a free 8-book psychology box set, then please go to connorwhiteley.net. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.